Hey guys, welcome back to Titans Offseason. We are at the draft. As you can tell, I can go back and look back at it for free agency. A lot of things happened in free agency. My signings, I brought in Roby Coleman to be my slot corner. We need other corners, and only got Jackson Roll. But now with Roby Coleman, I got three. I need at least one more. Two more probably be a little bit better. I got Greg DeLeg, Zoyloin on the deal for like a 1 year. All these are 1 year deals. Josh Sweat for 1 year for $2 million, and Gabe Jackson at right guard. Didn't really pay him too much, but he's like a 76 overall guard with star development. Of course, league signings. Harold Landry the third did not re-sign with me, did not like my contract, so he goes to the Broncos, who pay him, I guess, what he wanted. He wanted $75.6 million. He got it. I offered him the same thing, but I offered it over a period of an extra 2 years, and he didn't want to. He wanted the 4 years and not the 6, which kind of don't make, well, it does make sense because you want more money that way. You want a big contract. Darius Geis is a Bronco. Josh Jacobs is a Bengal. Snacks goes to the Chargers. Xavier Woods goes to the Bucks. Hill goes to the Raiders. Jordan Howard goes to the Vikings. Here's Darrell Henderson Jr. goes to the Raiders. And Havenstein, Paredes, Jarrell Casey. I traded him to the Giants, and now he's a New York Jet. Still getting paid. I mean, still getting paid pretty well. It's got superstar factor, but you can tell that regression is hitting on him. He's 33 years old. Edo Smith to the Niners, Tomlinson to defensive tackle to the Rams, Dexter Lawrence to the Bucks, Chark to the Giants, Snead to the Raiders, Rocky Alcin, a guy I was actually looking at, but didn't want to make a big deal for him. Rocky Alcin goes to the Rams. Actually would have been a good fit with us too, though. But I didn't want to pay out a bunch of money. Paris Campbell to the Niners. Valdez Scantling to the Eagles. Marcus Davenport. Dalton Reisner to the Patriots. Duke Johnson to the Falcons. Gardner Johnson to the Raiders. You know, just going on. Justin Coleman to the Broncos. Justin Houston to the Steelers. Miles Boykin to the Steelers. Justin Smith, Dorsett. Laquan Trevorrow to the Dolphins. Not a really great class when you really sit there and think about it, because, of course, you know, with Harold Landry, I let Harold Landry go, and that was like the biggest free agent of the free agency period. Adam Humphries has gone to the Packers. I let him go into free agency. And Drew Samia went to the Raiders. I offered him a deal. He wouldn't take it, so he goes to the Raiders. And that's about it. Daquan Jones to the Vikings. Daquan Jones was on my team, I think, when I first started the series. Oliver Vernon. Teddy Bridgewater to the Falcons. You know, Teddy Bridgewater wants to play for us. That's a Falcon. That's about it. And, of course, I traded. And, of course, I traded Taylor Lewan to get into the top 20, and the Bills took my number 32 pick, and I took their number 12 pick, and they got Taylor Lewan. which freed up at least 15 million in cap space. Then I did a trade for Harrison Phillips. I think I traded him to the Bears, I believe. Yeah, it's to the Bears. I traded Harrison Phillips, my defensive tackle, to the Bears to get a second round pick. They just took it. Probably a little bit too much. I probably fleeced the trade system in this game, but you know, it is what it is. I felt like I kind of fleeced them. Maybe I'll give them something else a little bit later down the line to make up for it. I don't know, but I ain't gonna worry about it right now. And that was free agency. Now it's time to start the draft.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
We'll pause draft. 49ers have the first pick. Okay, we're going to look at the draft board. Okay, I didn't scout a lot like I should have, but I think I know exactly what I want to do. I think for the first round pick, if he doesn't get picked, who I want to look at is Clay Shipley. That will cure our center problem immediately. He's 23 years old, he's got power. Combine grade he's definitely the best center in the draft. Clay Shipley from San Diego State. So that's a first round pick that I would want to make. But if it falls, you wonder, who do we take? Who's worth taking? We have issues. Quarterback, of course, is no issue. We're not worried about quarterback. Not a big, deep quarterback class anyway. Halfbacks are plenty. There are a lot of good backs that I could take later on in the draft. I don't have to attack it now. Why is this screen so low? Is it plugged in? I'm pretty sure it's not. My bad, guys. I was noticing my computer looked kind of low. It looked like the power was going out on it. So, glad I noticed it. I don't think we were plugged in. Alright. That should help it. Yeah, it's lighting up. Because it was pure. It's like, man, I noticed my screen was sort of dark. And I was like, yeah, that's not good. Okay. Halfback is deep. We need receivers, but I'm not going first round receiver. Of course, you know, there's guys like Ben Davidson, Jeremiah Eubanks, Andre Williams, of course, from Columbia State, Supercharger. There's route runner, second rounder, Damon Cole. This would be an interesting route runner. Definitely a route runner. Definitely want a route runner. Go physical with Sean Cole from UCF. So there's some Zach Montgomery. Zach Montgomery would be good from the slot for fourth round pick. Just a pretty good player. Slot receiver. That's where I'm really looking for, not more of a deep route runner. And of course, you've got Brian Blair, who's a superstar. Someone's gonna get him, and he's gonna be really good. Of course, you still got a second round. You got Christian Andrews, so Walter Hart. You got choices. Left tackle, I think we're pretty good. We do need to get another left tackle, though, but I'm not going to pick early for one. And I think I'm going to look at my board. Who's on my board? Yeah, you're not going first round for a left tackle. Might be Brian Moore from North Dakota State will probably be a good sort of a pick, but he is, they're saying he's overvalued. He's a 4th round talent, but he could go early 3rd round. Of course, what we're looking at is, of course, center. Clay Shipley. But I don't know. Didn't I put the other guys on my board? I didn't, did I? Yeah, I better make sure my board's straight before I start. Because if I don't get Clay Shipley, I definitely want to look at Scott, Corey Pinio, and Greg Jones. Either of these 4 I can get. If Clay Shipley, I can't get Clay Shipley, you can get these other 3. I'm kind of leaning toward Greg Jones, though, because he's got an amazing run block. Run block is there at center, even though I'm looking more for a little bit of both power and pass protection. All these guys are power, but no one's as good as Clay Shipley. His combine grades pretty much speaks for itself. No one's as good as he is. Right guard, I think we're good at right guard. I don't think I need anybody at right guard. Might get a late pick there. And I got some tackles. I don't think tackle was really a need, if I can remember. And I probably don't remember. I didn't even scratch off people off my list, so I'm just like, but I kind of know in my head what I wanted. Want a speed, want a rush, an edge rusher, there you go. Brian Johnson. I didn't get to scout B.J. Armstrong, but I'll put him on the list anyway. Oh yeah, at right end it looks really good. And I got some guys on there. But it's not a need. Center, what I need is the center and an outside linebacker and a corner. I'm not really worried about defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker, of course, would be, and then you got Morris Ashley right there, which I could move him to a right outside linebacker if I wanted to. He's on the list. Definitely. Middle linebacker, of course, I'm good there. I got 2 studs there already. Not really much on the right outside linebacker, but if I pick a left outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, I can move him to right if I have to. But here's another guy, Brian Alonzo, outside linebacker, and Chris Poland from Navy. Cornerbacks. Can't go wrong with, you could go 1st round for a corner, but do I really need a corner that bad to pick one in the 1st round? I'd rather get Kenneth Faulkner in the 2nd round. And then we got all these other corners here that I could pick. I need a future free safety. And Jose Landry would be it. 7.3 combine grade, man. And a 1st in everything. Late 1st rounder. I'd be tempted to take him. I mean, he would be the answer for Kevin Byard. Eventually moving on and us letting him go because of his contract. He would be the guy to replace Byard. We're good at strong safety. I'm not worried about that. I'm not really worried about kicker because I got Greg the leg, but I am looking for a punter, I'll get a punter later. I'm just hoping no one picks the punter that I want. Quarterback's not a need. I could get another halfback, but I'm not really just like, oh man, I need to get another running back, another back immediately. And I still don't know what Hayes is going to do. I got Hayes and I got Watkins, and I think that I think Hayes needs to play, and so. But also keep in mind that Derrick Henry is 29 years old, and eventually he's going to move on. he's going to have to move on eventually. And regression's going to set in. Wide receiver, we can take it wide receiver late, like I said. Any slot, physical receiver. We don't really need a deep threat. Good at tight end for now. I'm not worried about tight end. Need a late tackle. Someone to be behind Ebadiah Newsome, but of course I can sign one in the offseason if I have to, a low skilled player. I'm gonna get practice squad players anyway, so that's not really a concern. My main concern is center and outside linebacker. If we can take care of center, outside linebacker, and get a decent corner, I've done my job. So that's where we're at. All right. Now it's time for the draft. The Niners have the first pick. And with their pick, the Niners will take...
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Sylvester Couples is off the board, strong safety, 75 overall. Not a bad pick, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, glad you... We're number 12, so I'm hoping nobody goes after the center I want. That would be bad. And I can't trade up. I mean, I've already fleeced the system as much as I could. I'm not trading up. So, Bengals on the clock. The Bengals will go with...
The Lions are now on the clock.
My outside linebacker's off the board. Morris Ashley's off the board. That is so disappointing. Doesn't really leave much after that. You got a guy in the 4th round, Tyler Reynolds, and Avery Walton. Chris Poland's still there, but he's a 2nd round pick. Don't like no one's going to pick him. Hopefully nobody picks him yet. So that's what I was worried about. All right. The Lions.
The Texans are now on the clock.
To take Kevin Kane, quarterback from Florida. 76 overall. All right. Come on, Texans. Don't do it. And the Texans will pick
The Vikings.
Ben Davison. 76 overall receiver, Georgia Tech. The Vikings. Come on, Vikings. Don't do it.
The Eagles are now on the
Brian Johnson, 78 overall, left end, North Dakota State. Now it's the Eagles. We're only 6 picks away. And the Eagles will select
The Jaguars are now on the
Jeremiah Eubanks, wide receiver, Washington State. All right. All right. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check something real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot to charge my phone. Jeremiah Eubanks, wide receiver. So good. Not that far off. Okay, Jags pick at 7. The Jaguars. Excuse me. The Jaguars will select.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
No! They took him. Clay Shipley goes to the Jaguars. That kind of puts me in a bad... that's not good. It's not bad, but I just didn't need that to happen. That's bad. But there's other centers later on, so I can look at drafting someone later if I have to. The Bucks select
The Chiefs are now on the
Calvin Carswell from Arizona State. The Chiefs select
The Rams are now on the clock.
David McWilliams, right guard from Washington. Rams select
The Redskins are
Dan
now
Evans. Dan Evans, cornerback, Georgia Tech. Now that's someone you want to get right there. Are you, man? I know he's going to be good. And then you've got Washington. Washington selects
The Titans are now on the clock.
Sam McCullough from Memphis. So, not going to get the center. But the center didn't look all that great anyway. I mean, I thought he'd be like a 75, 76 overall, but he's probably going to be a really good player. We're going to look and see what we can get. Like I said, man, I mean, you got some talent here. Travis Beasley, of course, is you got Ray Price, definitely not going wide receiver in this first draft. Route running Joe Staley, but I don't want to go there yet. Got all the first rounders. Andre Williams would be a stud, but I don't want to draft him. It's not a really need right now, and I don't really need him. I don't see how I could use him. Left guard, pass protector. Could move him to center. Could move him to center. But I don't know about doing all that. And it drops. Don't want to go wide receiver yet. Center. I don't want to draft a center this early. Don't want to do it this early. So that kind of takes a wrench in that. Poland's right there. But I'd be drafting him way early. Way early, and I don't want to do that. Corners are gone, and then these guys drop off. But I might miss out on Kenneth Faulkner, but I don't want to draft him that early. But Jose Landry's there. Free safety. I think you go Landry. Not the guy I wanted, but I really wanted Shipley. But I think you can't go wrong with him. Jose Landry from Auburn. Quarterback, halfback, this field. That's like a whole bunch of guys. I'm just making sure. I'm leaning toward Landry. That's what I'm leaning toward. Wide receiver I can take care of later. I'm not trying. I can get a tackle anywhere. As guards, I still got 3 centers that I can take. Not really worth doing. These guys don't excite me. You might as well go wait later for an outside linebacker. I mean, I would get Chris Poland, but it's drafting way too early. Cornerback would be drafting way too early. Jose Landry hits the spot. He's 7.3 comp grade. I don't think you can overlook this guy. I really don't think you can overlook this guy. This is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, man. I'm drafting him.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
They said I reached, but he has hidden development. I didn't reach. That's hidden development player. It's not even that high. It's not even that much of a reach. He's 19, and I drafted him at 12. That's not a reach. That's a damn good player I just drafted. That's a damn good player I just drafted. Damn good player. Zone needs work. He's got the pursuit. He's got the hip power. He's got the man. He's got hidden dev, though. I think it was worth it. Jose Landry's our first pick. And now we got to see where everybody else falls. And we might even have to trade up. I don't really want to. The only reason why I say that is because the one thing I don't want to happen, okay, we're good at center for a while. These centers are not hopefully on anybody's radar to pick before I pick them. Because I could go second round for Scott. I could draft any of these guys real early, and I don't feel like I'm... Sometimes you need to draft early to get the players you want. Greg Jones is a first-round talent in the 4th round. So that wouldn't be bad to draft him at number in the 2nd round. You just hope there's not a run of centers that go off the board. Actually, I probably should have drafted Greg Jones first. But I just didn't want to make that jump. I just hope there's not a run of centers they start taking. Because if they do that, then it just kind of messes everything up. None of these outside linebackers, left outside linebackers really excite me. Chris Poland does excite me. I think he'd be a good player to get. And you got corners everywhere. But if you really want some good corners, I definitely want Kenneth Faulkner on my team. We'll see. I don't think it's a bad pick. I probably should have went center and got Greg Jones, but that's not a bad pick. I just hope nobody picks him. That's probably going to ask a lot, but I just hope no one else gets him. We got to take care of outside linebacker and center in this draft, man. That's the only way we're going to fix it. If not, I had to go to the offseason. I don't really want to do that. Dolphins.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Go left tackle, Pat Stalker, 79 overall from Miami. Wow. Packers. Oh man. Press the wrong button. Packers select
The Ravens are
Joe
now on the
Shelley, 69 overall wide receiver from Maryland. Gone to the Packers. The Ravens select
The Saints are now
Andre Williams goes to the Ravens. He's a Raven. Wow. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to get it off my power mode. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this. Andre Williams is a Raven. At 76 overall. It's pretty cool. Andre Williams. Saints at 16 will select
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Jamal Pink, right end from Texas A&M. Don't know him. The overall ain't bad though.
The Broncos are now on
Gordon
the clock.
Roberts, left tackle from Ole Miss, was picked by the Cardinals. Broncos at 18.
The Browns are now on the
Jason
clock.
Berry, defensive tackle from Oklahoma. The Browns will select
The Jets
Steve
are now on
Smith.
the clock.
right tackle Georgia. The Jets.
The Chargers are
Ryan
now on the
Blair
clock.
goes to the Jets. Supercharger players going in the first round. All right. Ryan Blair's a Jet. It's going to be good. I'm going to see my schedule, see if I'm playing any of these guys, so I get to see them. Chargers.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Artavius Brooks, Louisville. Colts.
The Bears are now on
Sam
the clock.
Thompson, left guard, Vanderbilt. The Bears.
The Giants are now on
Take
the
Noah Madison, quarterback, Ole Miss. And I honestly thought he would be ranked higher. Noah Madison, of course, was the quarterback, was a supercharger, player. He was in the Supercharger series. He was the Ole Miss quarterback, which is pretty cool. I wonder who's on the Bears anyway. I don't know who's playing for the Bears in this series. But they went quarterback, so I'm pretty sure Noah Madison is going to be the new quarterback for the Bears. They went quarterback in the first round. Giants.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Anton Watson, middle linebacker, Charleston Southern. Cowboys.
The Raiders are
Chester
now on the clock.
Andrews, right end, Oklahoma. Raiders.
The Falcons are now on the
Travis Beasley, strong safety, Oklahoma, and he looks good. Wow. Falcons.
clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
Daquan Cadet, Southern Utah, wide receiver. And the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Panthers are
Cody
now on the
Hunter,
clock.
defensive tackle, Notre Dame. Carolina Panthers select
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Ed Pritchett, defensive end, Richmond. The Patriots will select
The Seahawks are now
Lyndon
on the
Piercy, right tackle, Texas A&M. The Seahawks will select
clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
Sal Guerrero, defensive tackle, UCLA. And the Buffalo Bills with the pick that I traded to them, so they can get Taylor Lewan. Will select
The 49ers are now
Sean
on the
Crothers, Mount Union. Now we're in the second round. We'll see. Hopefully, no one that I really want comes off this board. 49ers with their second pick.
The Bengals
Ray
are now
Price.
on the clock.
Georgia Tech. Ray Price, of course, won the Heisman in the Supercharger series. He goes in the second round. Really thought he'd get picked earlier than that, but it's mad. Bengals.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Alani Pickett, middle linebacker, Oregon State. The Lions will select
The Texans.
Kenneth Faulkner goes to the Lions. He was one of my players too. I kind of wanted him. But it's the Lions that get Kenneth Faulkner. Kenneth Faulkner. Goes to the Lions. And I thought his overall would have been better than that. It wasn't. Still a solid player. Still a solid player. Texans.
The Vikings.
Antoine Mills. Halfback. Arkansas. Played him. Pretty good player. Well deserved. Second round player. Vikings.
The Eagles are now on
Gilbert Gillisley, Kansas, wide receiver. Eagles select
the Jaguars.
Chris Boland's off the board on my outside linebackers that I wanted. He didn't look all that great though. 6'9" overall is not elite. And I wonder what development he's got. So I don't think that's much of a loss because I really want someone at right outside linebacker that's really solid. And he ain't it. He's a good rookie, but he's not. He's still a rookie. It's not elite. So, Jags.
The Buccaneers are now on.
Barrett Scott, halfback, Notre Dame. Bucks.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Lamont Blake, Michigan State, cornerback. Not elite. Still pretty good at corner, but not world earth shattering. Chiefs.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Malik Vines, defensive end, North Carolina. Rams.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Jadion Hamilton, halfback, Miami of Ohio. Washington team.
The Bills are
Christian
now on the
Andrews, tight end, Georgia. Bills.
clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Aaron Sharpton, right guard, Arkansas. Dolphins.
The Packers are now on the
Mark
clock.
Parks, middle linebacker. Furman. Only a 61 overall. Wow. That's kind of disappointing. Packers.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
Denny Atkins. See, Denny Atkins is a 67 overall, but I got Jose Landry at a 74 overall. That's a win. And if I still get the guy I really wanted, this was one of the best two drafts. This is one of the best drafts I ever had, man. Now I won't even say that because, of course I drafted Jesse Holman and Shamir Roll. I don't think I'll ever top that, but it's a pretty damn good draft. Ravens.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Renell Murdoch, right end. North Carolina State. Saints.
The Cardinals are now
Vaughn Glenn, defensive end, Utah State. Cardinals.
The Broncos are now
Derek
on
Watson, defensive tackle, Michigan State. Broncos.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Go corner. Centrell Cloud, cornerback, UCF. Browns.
The Jets are now on the clock.
KJ Wynn, outside linebacker, Missouri. Jets.
The Chargers are now
Davion Beck, cornerback, Maryland. Chargers.
The Colts are
Go
now on the
Damon
clock.
Cole, wide receiver, Houston. Colts.
The Titans
Quinn
are now on the
Williams.
clock.
Left tackle, LSU. And we get a chance to make our pick. I don't want to screw around, man. Okay. We got the left outside linebacker thing is not really that good. I don't see anyone really worth taking. There's Brian Alonzo, of course. He's pretty good. But he might not be elite enough. These are all late rounders. Right outside linebacker, Brian Alonzo's there. He's got a 6.2 combine grade. Probably pretty damn good. Still got decent corners, but it starts dropping off. There's some later on in the later rounds you could get that might be really, really good. Sean Cole's out there. That Dummer's still out there. Pretty good players. My thing is, even though I'll pick him pretty hot, even though I'm picking him pretty early, it says first round talent. As far as talent. I don't think you're messing around. We need a center. I need a center now. And it says first round talent. I don't think you can take a chance anymore. I think you draft Greg Jones. We select Greg Jones.
The Giants are now on the
Good
clock.
pick. 73 overall, baby. Ready to start. Hidden dev. Good pick. When it says first round talent, you don't mess around with it. And he's already there. He just needs to play. He's already there. He needs playing time. He's got the run block. He's got the pass block. He's got hidden dev. We got some great players. 2 players with 2 hidden dev traits. And we got them. We got them. Two solid players, man. Jose Landry was more of a surprise. I wasn't really scouting for free safeties. He's not a player that was edited. Greg Jones was edited by me, but I didn't think they would put him at first round talent. Pretty cool. I'll just go through here real quick. I'm still going to do this because some of my players that I'm interested in may go before we pick anybody. But right now, we're pretty good.
The Cowboys are now.
It couldn't be any better for me right now. Cornick.
The Raiders are now.
Cole Armstrong's off the board now.
The Falcons.
Scott. I was close to picking Scott, but between Scott and Greg Jones, I think Greg Jones was the better pick with that first round talent. And Scott goes to the Raiders.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Brian Moore.
The Panthers.
Sean Cole's off the board. Not elite, though.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Arthur Davis is off the board.
The Seahawks.
London Fletcher's off the board.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Ron Alonzo. And like I said, 68 overall. He's a little bit over Sharif Fitch, who's right now over at my right outside linebacker spot. But do we really need a rookie over at that side of the field? We might have to take care of it in the offseason. Because I really need to get someone that's really good.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now.
Rod Joseph's off the board. If I could get like a 67, a higher overall corner, that'd be great. I just want someone there to get, just to be the future, develop, and all that. Hopefully get someone with some star development.
The Lions are now on the clock.
That's a tackle.
The Texans
Gerard
are now
Bates.
on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Okay, we're in the 3rd round now.
The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Ooh, a 75 overall free safety, Jabari Griffin. That's really good.
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock.
Connor Lucas, that's not a good. 65 overall is not. It's decent, but it's not. It's not elite.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
It's definitely not elite.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Dwayne Jackson, 71 overall. Ain't bad.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now
Roy
on the clock.
Penu, he was the lower rated one. I almost picked him too, but he was lowly rated. 67 overall. Not lowly rated, but not as highly rated as Scott or Greg Jones.
The Chargers are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock.
Sam Johnson, strong safety.
The Bears are now on the
Brandon Jones goes to the Colts. 65 overall. For my Supercharger series. I didn't know he was that. When you see 65 or over, that's pretty good for a rookie. I mean, it is. As far as like the third, fourth rounds, yeah, this is what you're going to get. I don't know if he'll play, though, because you got Jacoby Brissett. Unless they're wanting to groom him for the future. I don't know what they're doing. He'll probably end up like Matt Sherman and not playing.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Falcons are now
Larry Williams goes to the Raiders. He's lowly rated. It's not really highly rated, man. He's drafted.
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock.
Now we're getting to the bad players, the ones that
The
don't.
Seahawks are now on
John
the clock.
Hurst, that's a good rating for this to do that in this low in the draft. Man,
The Titans are now on the clock.
anyone that's worth taking though, there's got to be something, man. I took care of center, outside linebacker. I just don't think there's no talent there. I don't think you can go wrong with Zach Montgomery, man. That would be someone I might be interested in taking. Take him a little bit earlier than what he's designed for. He's a mid-fourth rounder. We'd be picking him a lot earlier than what he should be picked, but not a bad player. Not a bad player at all. Not really needing a left tackle. Need one, but can get one in the offseason. Like outside linebacker's going to be taken care of in the offseason probably. I just don't want to. I want to draft smart. Get someone really, really good. And I just don't think that outside linebacker, I don't think there's anyone worth taking. Late fourth talent. I just don't think he's going to be worth that much. No really good corners here either, man. receiver, and I don't think you need to. You need a receiver. Let me fix what I want to do. Mid-4th, we're close to the 4th round. I think he's worth taking. I don't think he's okay. He wants a 4.46, which ain't that bad. We drafted him. That Montgomery.
The 49ers are now
He
on the
reached,
clock.
but he's got hidden development. It's a reach, but it's hidden development. Not that bad. And we drafted him. He's ranked 115th. We drafted him at 96. That's not bad. It's not bad. He had a 64 overall, sort of, but he has hidden development, so that means he's at least going to be at least a star. I mean, you can do something with that. You can do something with that. One thing I could do, I'm gonna probably start just sim to my user, and let's get this over with because it's getting really bad. These players are starting to really get slim pickings around here. My next pick is number 32. We'll just go there.
The Titans are now on the clock.
We'll see who's left. Who's worth taking? I feel bad because I didn't get to really scout the way I wanted to. Projected late 5th rounder. We'll be taking a chance on him if I pick him now. Go up our receiving score. He's a 5th rounder projected in the 7th round, so it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be a bad pick. Dalton Foster. Peyton Moore would be added to our receiving core a little bit even more. That's tempting. Or B.J. Armstrong. He's a late 5th. I really kind of want B.J. Armstrong, man. Will he last to the 12th round? I really think he will. I didn't scout him. But I did scout Peyton Moore. And he's a guaranteed early 5th round talent, man.
49ers are now on the
You
clock.
reach normal development. Peyton is ranked 134th. I picked him at 128. That's not bad. He's got normal dev, though. Good practice squad player. That'll be about it. Good practice squad player. Peyton Romero from Maine. And we're only at number 12, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to our next pick.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Or BJ's still there. We'll see. Selection. So I got some receivers. Got some more receiver depth. No players that can play. If BJ's there, I'm taking him. And he's there. I didn't get a chance to scout him, though. I really need some corners, man. The corners class here is so bad. Like, once they pick the guys they're going to pick, they got them out of there. I don't like that C-man coverage either. Once they were gone, they were gone. I'll be taking a risk if I draft him, but it's just another end, you know, just to see if he's any good. You can take B.J. Armstrong. Sorry, a scheme fit, but .9 40-yard dash. He's not much. He's a speed rusher. He's not that quick. Power.
The Rams are now on the clock.
We reached badly. Ranked 234, pick at 140. Mr. Irrelevant. There you go. I picked Mr. Irrelevant. kind of suck. I know they don't draft that back I was interested in getting. Yeah, I scratched on
The
that one.
Titans are now on the clock.
All right. I got number 5. I got 2 5s. I guess I did. Oh yeah, I did have 2 5s. Is that halfback I want still there? Yeah, I could get him right now. And he's got a 5.9. He's an early 6th rounder, 4.4 speed. Yeah. Projected late, but he could go early 6th rounder. I think he's worth taking. Earl Royal, welcome. Run the Titans.
The Cowboys are now on the
They
clock.
said I reached, but not that bad. Another running back, not bad. So I'm getting a lot of low players.
The
And
Titans are now on the clock.
I think we're the last pick. Do they have the punter I wanted? And they do. Tim Knowles. Tim Knowles will be our punter. Draft is over. Come on, catch up. Here's the guys we picked. Jose Landry. 74 overall hitting dev rookie. This is going to be the guy that's going to be. This is the guy that's going to. Well, actually, you know, with free safety, we got Amani Hooker and we got Kevin Byard. Amani Hooker is still under a pretty. I think he's got a couple years. This guy will follow Amani Hooker, and Kevin Byard will likely. This will probably be likely his last season. But of course, this could be the last season of the series anyway. But here's the future of the Titans, Jose Landry. But Greg Jones, who I'm real excited about, 73 overall center. We needed a center, we got a center. And he is ready. He is ready, man. And he will get to play immediately. Because Shaquille Hardison ain't it. Zach Montgomery, 64 overall hidden dev from Wake Forest. I think he'll do good. I think he's definitely gonna get some playing time. He's already got good catching ratings. So he's already there. He's got hidden dev. He's going to be a really good player, even at 64 overall. I think he'll go up quick, man, for the Titans, man. He's going to be a good player. Peyton Monroe, another wide receiver we picked, normal overall dev, most likely a practice squad player. He'll see playing time, of course, in the preseason games. Then we get to some of our other guys. B.J. Armstrong, of course, was a disappointment. 58 overall with normal dev. Can't really do much with him. But there's stuff to work with. He's got good finesse moves. He's got decent speed. Not great speed for a speed rusher. It's supposed to be speed and That's what he's got. He's got 81 acceleration. I mean, these things, he can. I don't know if you can really fix this because most of it is got to be developed, and he's got normal development. So I don't know if he's going to get any better. Earl Royal, of course, is another back for our backfield. Pretty damn good speed, though. Acceleration is great. Not a power back, more elusive, which is fine. And then we get our punter. Tim Knowles, 69 overall, punter from Kansas State. Kick power at 92. That's all I need him to do. He's got 92 kick power. So I got me a good rookie punter. Tim Knowles. All in all, not bad. Outside linebacker did not get addressed. And that's the sad part. You know, I couldn't address it because the players I knew looking at them, I'm like, yeah, they're going to be some 58s, some 55s. It's not going to be good. Let's look at Sylvester Couples, the first player that was picked in this draft. 75 hidden development for the Niners. That's pretty good. So that's a good first pick for them. Helps their defense. Now there's the outside linebacker I sort of wanted, which is Morris Ashley. He's got hidden development. He would have been there. He would have been starting immediately. He would have started immediately. In there for him. Kevin Kane, quarterback from Florida for Detroit Lions. Is he the future? You can bet your ass he is. 76 overall hidden dev. I'm pretty sure he'll get to play immediately. That is solid. That is solid for a starting quarterback. Ben Davidson, Georgia Tech, wide receiver. Hidden dev. Yep. Best receiver, 76 overall. Brian Johnson, North Dakota State. He's got hidden development at 78 overall. Pretty good. Eubanks, hidden dev, 74 overall for the Eagles. Clay Shipley. He was the center I really wanted. I wonder how good he is. I scored with Greg Jones. I scored, man. Because if I did pick Greg Jones, I wouldn't have got Jose Landry though. So I think we got a good deal on that. He's about the same as Greg Jones, so I don't think it's much of a loss. Left tackle Calvin Carswell. I could see because it's top 10. Normal dev, left tackle. David McWilliams, right guard. Normal development, 76 overall. And of course, this guy, Dan Evans. You can bet he's elite. Yep, 81 overall hidden dev. He's going to be a beast. He's going to be a beast, dude. Sam McCullough, hidden dev, 72 overall. He would have been good. Then, of course, we got Landry, got Starker, Joe Shelley from the Packers, 69 overall dev, not great. Andre Williams, 76 overall hidden dev for Andre Williams, going to the Ravens after being a Columbia State player. One of the best players in the Supercharger dynasty, no doubt. He was one of the best ones. Jason Berry, Hugh Smith, Brian Blair, 76 overall hidden dev. He'll make an impact immediately. Noah Madison. Kind of disappointing, but he does have hidden dev. Sent you all raw with hidden dev, so he could be a really good player for them. Ray Price, hidden development, 76 overall. The Niners got him for that second round pick, so they scored on both their picks immediately. They did really good. Kenneth Faulkner, hidden development, 73 overall, Middle Tennessee State, goes to the Lions. I wanted him. Once I knew I wasn't going to get him, it kind of changed things for me. I would have loved to add him. Twan Mills, hidden development, Arkansas. Chris Poland, I wanted him. 69 overall, hidden development. I would have loved to have got him. He would have played. Barrett Scott, normal development, 77 overall, not bad. Danny Atkins. Well, I got the best free safety. Well, one of the best free safeties in the draft. I feel like with Landry. Derek Watson, 9 overall. Damon Cole, 9 overall, normal. Greg Jones, of course, was ours. Cole Armstrong, 91 overall. Scott. Sean Cole. Sherrod Joseph. Continue. Not all that great. Glad I didn't pick him. 7 overall ain't bad though, but I obviously got better. Brandon Jones. Hidden development at 65 overall. Hopefully he'll get to play. We'll see him. We're in the same division. Wonder if they start him. They probably won't, but they got Jacoby Brissett. Larry Williams is sort of disappointing. 62 overall, normal development. I probably should have made him a little bit better, but he wasn't all that in my series. He had some moments, though. He was a good player. I hate that he ain't elite. I'm sure Zach Montgomery did have hidden development. Yes, he did. I think he'll definitely have a big thing to say in the series, man. Quinn Sellers, not good. 60 looks really bad. I don't know why they changed these ratings, man. I understand why they did it, but it kind of sucks they did it. Because when you see 60, you just say to yourself, well, he sucks, you know? Like, they're terrible. That's about it. And then you get to all the low overall players. And of course, we selected a punter. And of course, we got now more wide receivers. Matthew Lindsley, Pat Maymel, Zach Montgomery, Richard Jackson, Joey Leonard, A.J. Brown, Corey Davis. Probably got more receivers than we need. Matthew Lindsley, I think, can go on the. Well, of course, there's no practice squad yet. They'll get some playing time though. We'll see them a lot in the preseason. Well, I'll be seeing them in the preseason. You guys will get to see. I like to say you guys will see the preseason game 4, week 4 of the preseason, the last game before I make all the cuts. You're our left tackle. Need a couple more corners. Greg the leg. Tim Knowles. I got 51 players right now. I got a lot of fun. I got to find some players to come on the team. I got to sign a lot of players. I don't think I can do it till I get in the season though. Or can I? Let's see. Next week. Season. Yep, free agency's back open. I can get some players on the team. I'm not going to do it right now with you guys though, but you guys will get to know the players before. You guys will get to know the players before we start the season, because I'll do week 4 of the preseason before I go to our first game of the season, which I'm going to check our schedule right now, see who we're actually going to play. Team schedule. Man. First game of the season, we go against Chris Sellers and the Pittsburgh Steelers come to the Titans. That's going to be cool. We'll definitely be recording that game. At Jags, at Texans, at Bengals. I really wanted to play the Bengals because of Carl Walker. I get to see Carl Walker. That's cool. We play the Ravens, so I get to see Andre Williams. Get to play the Bucks, so I get to see Cedric Singleton. Panthers. At Browns. At Saints. Justin Golden plays for the Saints. Goes, of course, the Colts. Hopefully see Brendan Jackson. I'll see what's up with Jacoby Brissett. Falcons. At Colts. Raiders come to us, and then the last game is going to New England. It's pretty cool. What's up with the Colts? You got Jacoby Brissett, now you got Brandon Jones. Superstar development. I don't think they're going to let him go. What's his contract looking like? 2 years. Yeah, it's just a backup. Just a backup. Brandon Jackson's going to be a backup. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on this Sunday night. We end the draft, and I'm going to start playing preseason games pretty soon, which I'm kind of glad about. I get to actually play like a good long football game. I haven't done that in a while, it seemed like. So now I can actually go and start playing and getting ready for season 5 of Titans franchise. Can we make it 3 in a row? I don't know. I think the team's a little bit different, a lot different. We don't have Harold Landry. We don't have Taylor Wan. We don't have Harrison Phillips. You know, we got some new players, some new guys, and it's going to be a little bit different. And plus, I made a tougher slider set for this series, so we'll get at it. As far as Titans franchise, we'll be coming back at you with a preseason game week 4, which will be probably a week or two, about a week from now, about 2 weeks from now. I don't know how long. It depends on how much I play the games. Definitely be back at you with 76ers, the best team in my NBA Wild franchise. You know, in NBA 2K20, they're going to come to us, take it on the Wild. That game will be probably recorded for tomorrow. Thank you guys for checking out my stuff. See you guys later. Solo Dolo out.